guys ready? Okay. Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the January 11th, 2024 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please. Here.
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 Are there any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
Number 4, approval of the minutes of the meeting of January 4th, 2024.
Motion to approve those minutes.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Moving on to number 5, bid openings. Letter B, Hammond North Approach to Sibley. Looks like there is 1, 2, 3. The first one is Reith Riley Construction from Gary, Indiana. Thank you for the tabs, by the way. We have the Form 96. We have the bid bond. We have the bid proposal. They're the same? Okay, yeah, we got it. Okay, and their bid is $442,146. $442,146, and again, that's from Reith Riley. The second one is from Gary Up Construction from Gary, Indiana. We have the Form 96, the non-collusion affidavit, did I miss it? You think so? Yeah, proposal. Yep, and the bid proposal. And, excuse me, Gary Up's bid is and the bid bond. Okay. And Gary Up's bid is $528,750. Again, that's $528,750, and that's from Gary Up. The last bid is from Milestone Contractors North out of Griffith, Indiana. We have the bid bond. We have the Form 96. And the non-collusion affidavit. And their bid is $569,087.98. Again, that's $569,087.98.
Good morning to the board.
Good morning.
If you could refer this to our engineering consultant for review, tabulation, and recommendation, I'd appreciate it.
Motion to refer this to engineering consultants for review, tabulation,
And recommendation.
and recommendation.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Moving on to letter C, the 2023 CCMG Summer Street and 169th Street. And it looks like there are two bids. The first one is from Reith Riley out of Gary, Indiana. We have the Form 96. We have the bid bond. And the ever elusive. Bid proposal, I'm looking for the non-collusion affidavit. Of the Form 96? There it is, non-collusion affidavit. The bid from Reith Riley is $1,587,365.40. Again, that's $1,587,365.40, and that's from Reith Riley. The second bid is from Milestone Contractors North out of Griffith, Indiana. We have the bid proposal. We have the bid bond. The Form 96. And the non-collusion affidavit. And their bid is $1,694,814.95. Again, that's $1,694,814.95.
Also ask that you refer this to our engineering consultant for review, tabulation, and recommendation, please.
Motion to refer this to the engineering consultant for review, tabulation, and recommendation.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Matters from other department heads or their representatives? Anybody? Okay, at this point, we are going to skip down to number 10, old business, letter A, demolition hearing for 6333 Garfield.
At this time, Mr. President, I do need to advise the board that I will need to recuse myself from this matter. I'll be stepping out. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on up, yeah. Kel-
Probably have.
She should come up also, sir. Yes. Kelly, are you representing the city? Or is Nick is? Okay.
I'm here to interpret for them.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you just give us your name in the microphone right here? No, your name, yeah, yours.
My name is Sandra Crittenbrink.
Okay, thank you.
Where do you want me to stand?
You're fine there. You're fine there. Right there's good.
Just go on this side where it's not quite so.
Thank you. Okay. Nick, would you like to start?
I also have Abel Batista, who is the inspector who was last involved with the property. Excuse me. Thank you. Our department's initial beginnings with this property began in 2013, where Kelly, Jim, and myself performed an inspection. It resulted in the property being marked uninhabitable at that point in time. Since then, Abel Batista, the third district inspector, has been working with the property owner to try to deal with some of the issues there. There were multiple warnings. There was 2 citations subsequently in 21 and 22 for the most recent violations. Based on our department records, there have been permits issued. So there was one contractor pulled the permit for the roof, then they pulled another roof permit the next year, and then the owner pulled the permit. And there's been no inspections on any of the permits issued. So we're not even sure if the work has been done at this point. So that's based on, our records for that property address. So what we have currently is that the property is in a condition which didn't support habitation. And then Inspector Batista submitted the exterior report to add it to the order to repair demolish list as a last resort. Because over the years, we haven't gotten the response needed to have the repairs done. Abel, do you have anything you'd like to add? Okay.
Okay. Sir, could you step up to the mic, please?
Yeah. Now, I co-signed for my daughter and her husband. Had been about 20 years ago, okay? I'm the co-signer. So I don't live at the property, but I don't know why he won't clean it up. He just won't, I don't know, he just won't do it. She do all this work inside and outside, he won't do anything. But she called up someone to get it, she says we'll pick up the garbage today out of the yard. So now, as for the roofing and chimney, I was gonna get estimation from a company, and I was gonna, her mother-in-law and I were gonna have all that repair around gutters. We're gonna have it did. All we had to do is just get information on how much it costs, and we're gonna pay it to do it, to have that did.
So Nick,
Yeah.
so you said there's been no inspection at the house, correct?
So we have photos of the exterior conditions. So these are most recent from November 3rd. And is that still what it looks like?
So I just found out and just saw the pictures. My husband didn't inform me. And so I realized that it's going to be on me to take care of it.
If I may.
I'm trying to do it on my own because my husband, I've tried and called him, and there's wood that's dry, and then the garbage will be picked up today. Today the garbage will be picked up.
Nick, can I ask you, what is the most pressing?
It's really
What
hard
is
for
the
me.
thing that we,
First and foremost, it would be to clean up and remove all the excess debris from around the exterior of the property and to keep people from parking on the front lawn.
But nobody's living there, right?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, and
Yes,
that would be the
I'm
next,
living there.
that would
I
be,
did clean it up in the summer, but not my husband. My husband hasn't done anything. And so my children and I,
Yeah.
ma'am, can you ask her who lives in the residence?
me, and my 3 children.
Her husband no longer lives there?
My child is 22, and then 17, and the last one is 12, and my husband. But we're separated now.
Separated now?
Can you ask her how soon that she would be able to get somebody to clean up all the debris that's around the house?
did do it last summer, but I didn't know until last week, I found out about court, that my husband didn't know, and so my father and I and my son have been taking care of it. So my husband, I just forget about him. I just have to forget about him doing anything. I'm just gonna have to do it on my own.
So I guess, one of my major concerns would be back in 2013, the property was in a condition that warranted us to mark it uninhabitable. Since that point in time, not much has changed, so I'm concerned about people living in the property if that work has not been done. There was a electrician pulled a permit to perform a new panel installation, which I don't believe that work was completed. There was never any inspection, and that contractor is, known for calling in his inspections and making sure things get done. So permits have been pulled in the past where they've consulted contractors, potentially even hired them to the point where they pull a permit and then the work doesn't get done. And that's what I'm concerned with, is because once we see a permit pulled, we tend to give them time to get that work completed, and it just never gets finalized. And then we're stuck in the same situation.
So I guess at this point, we have to ask then if we gave them 2 weeks to clean up the residence, is that reasonable? Is that
Yes,
doable?
would be better. That would be so much better. That would really help.
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, compliance is what we would always prefer. So if a 2-week extension to clean up the exterior of the property is afforded, I would request that they come in and take care of getting the demolition inspection done, so we can have an idea of what still is left that needs to be done on the interior of the home to make sure it's safe for her and her kids to live there.
And that's $150?
Yeah, the demo inspection is.
I'm going to ask her. What she's, ma'am, can you ask her in the next 2 weeks, can she clean up the debris around the house and pay for a $150 home inspection that needs to be done?
Inside? Are you talking about inside?
Yes, they would do an inspection inside, yes.
I can try for the money. I think my mom and dad would help.
Yeah, I'll pay you $150, whatever
Okay.
you said here,
So I think that's what we're inclined to do, unless the city objects, that we're inclined to give her 2 weeks. I think that's fair. The outside needs to be cleaned up, sir, though, and she's explaining that to her right now. And then that inspection fee will have to be paid.
Yeah, I'll pay the inspection fee.
I mean, you can do that today if you wish, or as soon as possible, for sure.
Okay.
Nick, is the city okay with that, Kelly?
Absolutely.
I would, typical steps would be to enter the order, have them pay for the inspection,
Right.
do the inspection. Obviously, we'll work with them, understanding money might maybe be part of the problem, but we will work with them any way we can. We'll get the inspection established, what needs to be done, what has been done.
And the order usually takes 6 to 8 weeks anyway, right? So she has time.
Yeah.
So, sir, she's explaining to her, we're going to enter the order to demolish today, but you still have 6 to 8 weeks before that would happen anyway. So in the next 2 weeks, she really needs to get the outside cleaned up and get the home inspection, get the inside inspection done, and then we'll be able to determine where we're gonna go from there, okay?
Now, inside, Terry, all that had been worked on, all that is good inside.
See, but we don't know that, we haven't been inside yet.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying, I'm telling you that.
I got you.
You can go inspect it now, all of that inside, to see everything has been done. That was did a couple of years ago, inside, but the outside, I see the outside,
Well, from
But
what I
I-
understand, it must have been
but
done
I-
without permits though, correct? So that's why we have to come in and inspect it to make sure it's safe for her and the kids to live there.
But the guy that did interior work inside, he got a city, one of those things you put in the windows, he got one of those permits. to do
Permits,
that.
yeah.
So he did all that inside. Interior is good, everything is good. But I know the outside, I know the spout, the rain, the rotten. So I'm going to have that did. I'm going to have that did.
Okay, well, let's start with the inspection.
Right.
The city will work with you in the next couple weeks, And then we'll, like, again, we'll meet in 2 weeks and we'll see where we're at, okay?
Okay.
So are you going to be able to pay for the inspection today so we can get that started?
How much you say?
It's a $150 charge
Yeah.
for the demo inspection, yeah.
Okay. So what's the date?
This is,
Ma'am, does she have any more questions?
Inspector who would be doing the inspection once the thing is paid for.
Okay.
No, I think that's all. You give me 2 weeks, that's really good. Although I did see on the news that it's supposed to be extremely cold. Am I supposed to go out in that cold to clean that up?
Unfortunately, the answer is yes. We're giving her 2 weeks. Somebody has to. She doesn't have to, but somebody has to.
Okay.
I mean, we would have preferred if it was actually taken care of before today, to be honest with you.
I got a debit card. Would that be all?
Okay, what's the date? 125.
Yeah, I'll get
Uh,
I'll get you a card.
Ma'am, can you ask her, please, if January 25th, she can come back before the board?
Okay.
Yes, okay, thank you.
Okay. Nick, you're good with that date?
Yeah.
Okay.
Motion to approve the order, the demo order on 6333 Garfield and set it for status for January 25th of 2024.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you for your assistance
Thank you.
today, too. We appreciate it. Okay. We're going to return back to the, yeah, they're free to go, yes, yes. Okay, we're going to return back to correspondence. Number 7, letter A. Correspondence received from William Short, Chief of Police, requesting detective specialty pay effective January 1st, 2024, for officers Albert Hewlett, Jason Shorba, and Jesse Escamilla. Correctional Officer Alyssa Jasso received promotional raise due to her effective January 4th, 2024, and Correctional Officer Tyler McKechnie was hired on December 21st, 2023.
Motion to approve Chief Short's request as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter B, correspondence received from Jeffrey Smith, Fire Chief, requesting probationary firefighters Robert Detterline be promoted to private firefighter, retroactive January 9th, 2024, and Christian Mercereau promoted to private firefighter effective January 16th, 2024.
Motion to approve Chief Smith's request as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter C, correspondence received from Dean Button requesting the approval for the electronic signature for the 2023-2 Community Crossing Match Grant for the Summer Street and 169th Street projects.
The second bid opening that you did this morning relates to this project. Hammond received a $1 million grant from the Indiana Department of Transportation through Community Crossings. This is the local public agency NDOT agreement that needs approval from the board, and we're asking that the board approve the agreement and allow President Long to sign electronically that agreement.
Motion to approve Mr. Button's request and the electronic signature as well.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter D, correspondence received from Kimberly Roberts, General Manager, Hammond Sportsplex, requesting assistance from Public Works with signage for parking and non-parking spots, additional parking, and handicap parking.
Motion to refer Ms. Roberts' request to Public Works for follow-up.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Number 8, matters from board members?
No, sir.
Nothing? Moving on to number 9, new business. Letter A, funding allocation request, form requesting $3,000 for the 3rd District Gaming Fund to be allocated for the installation of loop detection on Homan Avenue at 165th.
At the engineering department's request, Councilman Tyler kindly allowed some 3rd District gaming funds to be used to correct where the loops were placed on the, it would be southbound Holman Avenue at 165th, where we sort of changed the alignment of those lanes to the north approach to that intersection. And so we're asking for your approval of this action.
Okay, and it was signed by the controller and the mayor also.
Motion to approve the funding allocation request as submitted.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter B, agreement to rehabilitate property located at 1434 Sherman Street, submitted for approval.
Yeah, I've been in contact with the owner. If you recall, this is the owners that came in with their contractor. The board waived the $10,000 performance bond, and they are ready to move forward with repairs.
It still hasn't been signed, though, Bill. Do you
I
know-
thought they had a signed copy. Thought we had
I
received
mean,
a
it's
signed
signed by
copy.
the three of us, but not by them still.
Do we not? I thought we talked about yesterday in email that we had that one.
So do we need to set it?
Then if we need to, then let's kick it back and do another week, and I'll make sure it gets signed
Next
by
week,
next
to make
week.
sure it
Yeah.
gets signed?
As long as we get it emailed.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then, no action today?
No
then?
action today,
Okay, got it. Okay, moving on to letter C, agreement to purchase real estate located at 5538 Claude Avenue, submitted for approval. Kristen, anything?
It's been reviewed and approved by law.
Okay,
Motion to approve 5538 Claude as submitted.
I second.
all in favor, say aye. Letter D, order to rescind and release order to demolish property located at 5461 Calumet Avenue, submitted for approval.
Looking back, I think this one may have slipped through the cracks. Looks like it was self-demolished by the owner back in like 18 or 19, and the order was just never rescinded. So we can get the order to rescind, so I guess that property is looking to be transferred.
Okay, so it's a retronym of the former property, huh?
Yep,
Okay,
exactly.
motion to approve the order.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. I couldn't have said any better either.
Me neither.
Letter D, order to rescind and release order, did I do D already?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Letter E, resolution approving a policy to comply with requirements under 2 CFR 200 as a federal grant recipient, submitted for approval.
Again, it's been reviewed, drafted.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter F, disposal authorization received from police department, submitted for approval. Fine group of men and women, might add.
Motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, number 10, old business. Letter B, demolition hearing for 28 through 34 Ruth.
Mr. Kleina, good morning, Board. Do you have those pictures to share? It's a pretty serious situation. We have some drone photos there that show the west portion of this building, is roof has collapsed to the main floor. The south and east sections need to be checked and made sure that it's safe for asbestos inspectors to come in and see if there's any asbestos in the situation. I'd like you to enter the order to demolish, and we'll put out the bid next week.
I'm sorry,
No,
Mr.
go ahead.
President. We also have drone footage if anybody, we need to show that. I don't think the owners are here, are we? Are you here? You're the owners of the building?
Yes, I
Oh.
have a security interest in the building.
Okay, come on up. Yep.
Can you give us your name, sir?
My name is Jason
Last name?
Ratliff,
Jason Ratliff.
yes.
Okay, Mr. Ratliff, are you the owner?
I am not the owner, but I do have a security interest in the property as of yesterday. And we're going to come in, we've been contracted to come in and remedy the situation.
Okay, you have a contract
Yes.
signed by the owner?
Yes.
Can you show that to the,
Well, I don't have it with me. It's at my office, but I can get that to you guys if need be.
okay, well, as you can, I don't know, have you seen the pictures of the damage?
I have not.
Okay,
If we can show the video if you want.
Sure.
I think this,
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty damage. That's why we've been contracted to come in and, remedy the situation, the repairs.
are you able to look at the screen right now?
You can look at the screen, there's the
It's
video.
a drone footage of the flying over.
Okay.
Yeah.
That west portion is unsafe to occupy. I'm not sure the south or the east section, but the east section, the roof has been compromised, there's holes in the roof, so there's obviously going to be water damage in there. Can you explain to me what you've been contracted to do?
Well, we have some investors that's going to come in and, take care of the property.
Okay,
rehab the property.
we need, there's going to be some steps to go through that process. First off, we need to have this west section demolished, or
Yeah, we just asking, we here to ask for more time, perhaps 30 to 60 days to rehab the property.
Well, the rehab isn't going to be able to be completed in 30 to 60 days.
No, exactly, to get my partners to come in and rehab the property.
We've not even been presented with a contract.
I understand
We don't
that.
have any interest. That's
I understand
where we're
that.
at right now.
Okay, but
The board has a question. So Kelly, is the entire horseshoe shape going to be demolished or just that section, right, what is that, the west section?
the order would be for demolition of the building completely.
Gotcha.
We have to concentrate on this west section first, because as you can see, there's a house right next door. We do have a plywood fence, for lack of a better term, to help protect that property. So if it falls, it'll fall against that plywood fence. But this is a situation that we first came as an emergency repair to make safe. And then as we've seen the drone in the east portion's roof, we understand that it's going to be a lot worse inside too. I would advise enter the order. Whoever's going to be in this property has got to come forward immediately. This work has to start as soon as possible. We are putting it out for bid next week and the week after, and then we're going to award that bid, and we're going to bring someone in for the demolition.
Well, that
So-
would be the intention.
Pardon me?
That would be the intention.
Yes,
to
yes.
Get an order.
If we could get, if they have licensed contractors, if the owners step forward and are going to take responsibility and get a game plan for this portion, the west portion primarily, I have no objection to that whatsoever.
that's
Okay,
why.
because of the emergency nature, though, this is not something we're going to put off for 6 to 8 weeks, I assume. This
No.
is something would be done much sooner.
Something has to happen
Okay,
very
so
quick.
how much, let's give him, can we give him as
Well,
much time? I mean,
Right.
like,
Go
no,
ahead.
couple of days or something. I mean,
Mr. Ratliff, first of all, could you provide your contact information? Because we don't even
Absolutely.
have anything like that. And what is your, I mean, what's your business entity? You indicate that you have investors.
Yes, I'm with the Viability LLC.
I'm sorry?
I'm with the Viability LLC. That's the name, yes.
Viability or
Yes.
viability?
Buy,
With a
B-U-Y, yes, ability.
so, sir, you understand with the situation with the building, we have to enter the order today. We have to keep this process moving. It's a danger to the people that live next door. It's a danger to people, kids in the neighborhood. So we're
Right.
going to enter the
I
order.
understand that.
So it's going to be your job to get a hold of the city if your intentions are what you say they are and get something started immediately.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, long as, yeah, is, you said you're gonna enter the order?
The order will be entered, because if we don't, then we have to put this off till next Thursday to enter the order, and we're not going to do that because of the emergency situation we're in.
Right.
So
okay.
you need to get a hold of him with a contract, with a plan,
Right.
and hopefully he understands what you're going to do. Yeah, drawings.
Yeah,
whatever
we
you're
just,
gonna do.
like I said, we just came in a situation yesterday, and I have partners and investors that'll come in and remedy everything.
Okay, hopefully quickly.
Oh, absolutely,
Very
we're
quickly.
working now. Like I said, we just came in yesterday, so we're asking for more time.
Okay.
Just for the board's information, this property was subject to other proceedings back in 2013. And I think 2013, we kind of heard the same thing, that somebody was coming in to fix it up, and here we are 10 years later.
Who did you hear that from?
And it was part of a proceeding.
Oh,
back in
the previous
2013.
owners? Okay.
I don't even know that they were the owners.
So, just so I'm clear on the board, is that the investors, you guys just bought the property?
We're in negotiations.
So you haven't bought it yet?
No, well, I have it under contract. I have partners that will come in and buy the property.
But what I'm saying though is that the people that you're working for does not own the building at this time, correct?
Well, like I said, we got it under contract, so we have the rights to the property.
Again, that's
that-
kind of non-specific.
Correct, yeah, that's what, I agree.
What exactly are you asking me?
Does your people own the building,
We do
yes or
not
no?
own the building, no.
So, okay, that's what I'm trying to get at.
Right,
You
yeah.
don't own the building at this time?
Correct, we have-
Okay, that's okay.
We have it under
Correct,
contract.
thank you.
Just to be clear, sir, those contractors that you bring in are going to have to be licensed with the city of Hammond.
Absolutely.
If they're not licensed, we can get through
I
the
understand
process and
that.
get that done.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right,
Okay, the
thank you.
board's going to take the action of entering the order, and then if he's not able to prove
And
So
what he
how much
says
time
today.
are you giving me?
Sir, literally today, you should have that contract.
I could get the contract
And a
to
plan to Kelly,
Absolutely.
as soon
I
as
can give you-
possible, yes.
You need to communicate with the city immediately.
Yes.
The order is being entered today. The city will be back next week asking to bid out the property. The process is underway, sir. If you're going to do something, you need to come up with a plan yesterday and present it to the city and with all appropriate provisions in place and get moving.
Okay. And who are you exactly?
We know that.
We will have to
Okay?
bid.
I'm an attorney for
It
the
has to
city.
be
You have a
published
card?
in the
No,
paper
I do not.
Okay, thank you.
within 2 weeks, two separate weeks. So considering now, we might have 3 weeks before we accept that bid and award it. So that's pretty much your timeframe.
Right,
We
and
need
you
to
do, and you will have to have a court order, right?
This- this
Legal
is-
proceedings?
This is it.
This is it?
Yeah. Board of Public Works and Safety.
Okay. And that had to be approved by request? Did someone request it?
That is my request to them is to affirm the demolition order so we can put it out to bid
Okay.
in the next 2 weeks.
I just want to be clear on everything that's going
I'll
on.
answer any question you have.
All right, I'll be in contact with you.
Okay, awesome.
So because he's going to contact you, we're going to enter the order. Do we need to reset this again for status in a week or two?
No,
Or just,
it'll
you'll
go out-
let us know?
We will publish the bid announcement.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
then go from there. We'll be
Okay.
back- Next time we'll be back, we'll be to award the bid.
Okay.
Motion to enter the order on 28 through 34, Ruth.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Look forward to working.
Mr. Ratliff, Mr. Ratliff, what is your contact information?
I'll get it to the gentleman.
Letter C,
To him right now. If you want to keep this process going, you need to get it to
status, status request for no semi-sign in the alley located 50 feet south of 165th Street in Jackson. Mr. Button has no objection.
Apparently, the resident has been complaining about trucks in the alley parallel to the south of 165th Street.
Okay?
Deliveries to, what was the old Army-Navy building? Sorry, I don't know who's in there now. And so I have no objection to have Public Works install traditional no truck signs. It'd be the truck with the line through it,
Right.
sort of sign.
Okay.
Motion to refer the matter to Public Works for follow-up and posting of the signs.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter D, status 90-day temporary stop sign at Vine in Arizona.
It's my recommendation, because Kennedy is now reopened 100%, that we would remove the stop signs that were placed temporarily at this intersection. But the stop signs that will stay need to have cross-traffic doesn't stop for a period of time so that people get more familiar with the change in that intersection. So I ask that we remove the temporary stop sign as requested to the board and make the modifications to the existing signs.
Motion to remove the temporary signs as designated and approve the temporary signs to control the flow of traffic temporarily.
Thank you.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Letter E, status semi-trucks on Oak Crest Lane. Mr. Button, it says you suggest to be referred to the police department for enforcement. And if you agree with that, I'll take
Yes.
care of that part.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
We still
just-
need- we
yeah,
still-
right.
Motion to refer to the police department.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Letter F, status turn signal on Columbia at Chicago. I'll go and let you, engineering will take the suggestion under advisement. Mr. Button?
Thank you. We'll look at it. I don't know how quickly this is something that we could get done. It wasn't warranted when we did the Chicago Street Phase 3 project. It was a suggestion made by a resident. We'll take it under advisement.
Motion to refer to engineering.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you.
Letter G, status cameras, flashing lights, or speed bumps, speeding cars on Chicago Street.
Refer to PD, please. It's an enforcement issue.
Refer to the police department. Motion.
Got it.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. Letter H, status railroad tracks on Kennedy. Mr. Button suggests and recommends the installation of do not stop on tracks.
So, since we recently reconstructed Kennedy Avenue, apparently that there's cars that don't realize that they shouldn't stop on the tracks while they're waiting to proceed forward, and so a sign would certainly help in this situation. Because it's considered a regulatory sign, I would ask that the council be notified over the normal 7-day period. Although this wouldn't be in the ordinance, it is a regulatory sign, so I think it makes sense to at least advise the council of what we're doing there.
Motion to approve the posting of the signs to forward to street department for follow-up and to notify council.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Letter I, status for 1463 Indianapolis Boulevard.
Mr. Luter.
This property is currently on demo list. I did complete the demolition inspection for an owner that was out of Connecticut. The communication has been going back and forth as this property is in the process or has been sold. So we can set a status for 2 weeks, see where we are with getting a hold of the new owner or them contacting us.
Motion to set the matter for status for January 25th, 2024.
I second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Letter J, status for 7235 Calumet Avenue.
Mr. Chairman, good morning. Attorney Jonathan Peterson appearing on behalf of the property owner. This particular matter, as the board will recall, is under litigation. The prior owner and my client, the current owner, are litigating certain disclosures that occurred during the sales process, the thrust of it being that my client is contending the seller improperly represented that there was a permissible residential usage. The city has come and suggested otherwise, and I understand that's why this matters before the board. Presently, we're reaching a point where I think we're going to get a result here, and we have mediation scheduled for the 25th, but there's been a conflict that has emerged. We're going to bump that mediation back for a short period of time. So what I'm requesting is another 90-day bump for another status. I believe that when I come back here, we're going to have something that I can report to the board.
Any issues with that?
Good.
What was the date?
April.
Is April 11th okay?
Yeah, April 11th will work.
Okay.
Motion to set the matter for status for April 11th, 2024.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Letter K, status for 6946 Arizona, the fence.
Yes, I went by after the last time this was in front of the board. The fence has been removed. New 4x wood fence posts are in place. Looks like a new fence will be placed during the process. If we can set this for status for 30 days, see where Mr. Rhodes is on the property.
Motion to set the matter for status for February 8th, 2024.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, letter L, revised industrial waste and disposal services agreement with Waste Management submitted for approval.
Motion to approve. This was reviewed.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
The meeting's open to the public. Does anybody have anything they'd like to say?
The advice of council, something I should have brought up earlier in the meeting.
Okay.
Under matters from other department heads.
Okay.
It has come to our attention that the roof at the Public Works building is in dire need of restoration and repair. And so I'm asking the board to declare an emergency, to solicit 2 quotes from local roofing contractors to make those repairs. It will be a significant cost to the city, but at this stage, in order to move forward and to try to do this expeditiously, we need the board to declare an emergency that we need to go out and get bids, or quotes in this case, which would not normally follow the public bidding process because it would be over $150,000, but because of the urgency in which this is required, we would ask the board to declare an emergency to repair and remedy the Public Works roof.
Okay, motion to approve and declare the Public Works roof an emergency and approval of them to solicit quotes for repair.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
Chris, you have something?
Oh, sorry, sir.
Okay. Then, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.